It's no secret that we know very little about Halo Infinite's campaign, and any details we do know are very limited and restricted to the 8-minute gameplay trailer we had. I am a bit more of a campaign kid over multiplayer, and I've been thinking a lot recently about the things that Halo 5 brought to the table and what Halo Infinite can bring forward. Whilst I'm not the biggest fan of Halo 5, I do appreciate some of the genuinely great things it added to the franchise. One of these things is co-op and being able to play as different characters, but there is so much more that can be done with this, and that's what we're going to discuss in today's video in what is, in my opinion, Halo's most underrated feature of modern time.
Ultimate Halo.
Hey up lads and lasses, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, welcome back. And just quick real talk, I love making Halo videos, so if you could subscribe that would be amazing, because right now only 68.5 of you watching are subscribed. I know those kind of stats are thrown around a lot on YouTube these days, but it would genuinely mean everything if you can click that beautiful button below. And thank you to everybody who is subscribed for their continuous amazing support. So you may be asking yourself, what exactly is it that I rate so highly that stems from Halo 5 co-op? As simple as it sounds, playing as other characters or simply having different heads-up displays was one of Halo 5's most interesting additions on the campaign front, and I think it would amplify Halo Infinite's gameplay experience, especially if it's going to be a live service game. As simple as it all sounds, there are so many ways that you're able to build upon this and create a wholly unique co-op experience. In Halo 5, one of the coolest parts was seeing different perspectives of the missions. You did get to see your friends play unique roles, and whilst this was quite restricted on the whole, you got to see instances where Vale managed to pick up Locke at the end of the final mission, which you wouldn't normally see, or Tanaki snap an elite's neck after the breakneck opening of the game, and it made co-op feel like a legitimate part of the game, and it wasn't just an extra Spartan running around in the same armour, much like Halo 1 and 2. Another really good example of this was in Halo 3, and whilst I think Halo 5 did do this a lot better, Halo 3 introduced you to playing as the Arbiter as a co-op character, which was great for fans who wanted their slice of Dino Boy action, but I think a lot of fans were also frustrated that he was relegated to just a co-op character rather than having his own missions, although in Halo 2 I think there was a bit of a divide in terms of who enjoyed playing solely as the Arbiter in his missions, or those who were just persistent that they wanted to play only as the Master Chief. Then later down the line, Halo Reach allowed your Spartan to be Noble 6, which was, in my opinion, one of Halo Reach's best features. Now, in Halo Combat Evolved, Master Chief was supposed to be this blank slate character, and Halo Reach kind of doubled down on that because they wanted Noble 6 to be Mr. Generic character, have your own armour, have your own colours, and go do your thing and protect Reach, which was awesome. So with there being so much focus on player customization in Halo Infinite, 343 saying if you like Halo Reach's customization you will love this one, then I think this is the perfect time to be able to add your multiplayer Spartan for the campaign co-op. Now, of course, the main person will still have to play as Master Chief. I think that's just going to have to work that way in terms of how the cutscenes seem to work, and there's rumours going around saying that the whole game is just going to be one camera take. Now, I do have some ideas on how we think we can develop this idea moving forward, and I'm not saying it has to be in there for launch because it may not be something they're looking at just yet, which is understandable, but I do think it's possible it could be added down the line. So first of all, in Halo 5, each character had specific traits that determined how they played. Most of these were only fairly subtle, such as certain characters spawning with certain weapons, others had increases in base movement speeds, such as Spartan Vale for example. So in Halo Infinite it would be awesome if they added it or updated the game to allow you to select what you wanted your character to play like, and if this is supposed to be an open-ended world game, not quite open world, they don't seem too keen on using that terminology, but maybe a combination of character traits can help you achieve certain objects or access secret areas that were not possible previously just by one player. I think it would be a great way to flesh out the world and give it that extra depth. For example, a person could have a certain jump height which is a little bit extra than everybody else, meaning you can clamber onto a ledge where there's a secret skull or Easter egg or something of that nature to reward the players from exploring this world a bit more. It will just add that extra replay value. Next, obviously it would be great to change your heads-up display. As we can see in Halo 5, everybody had a unique HUD. This allows us to personalise the first-person look, and then really drive home that this is your character working alongside the Master Chief. And I appreciate some people might not be happy with that from a lore perspective, but 2 Master Chiefs in co-op was never lore friendly either, and it's just a bit of fun. I don't think we need to really think too far into what's lore correct and what's not. I'd also like to see elites return, and possibly as playable characters that you could play alongside Chief with, which I've made a video about in the past, although in Halo Infinite it could be just a standard elite you choose. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Arbiter, but I think that would be an awesome feature nevertheless, but we don't necessarily know where he's going story wise either. Finally, I would like to continue to have the ability to mark things like you could in Halo 5. This was a great feature that was sadly massively underutilised. I'd like to see a marking system that you can also see on your map, much like Battle Royale games do, meaning that you can have friends know where on the map they should go, especially considering how large the map looks in Halo Infinite. There will definitely be a lot to take in, with a lot of objectives on the map. We can see it on screen now from the gameplay demo. So this is more of a shorter idea driven video, but I'm interested to see what your opinions are, so let me know in the comment section. 1, do you think this is a good idea? How would you change it? What would you add to it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for your support. New video potentially coming on Sunday for the Q&A, and my name is Jack Fletcher. I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.